Yay, and everything is working. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today, let me rephrase this in the fact that, hi, my name's Rose, if you haven't been here before. I do a little bit of everything from hosting on CCP for the Charity Cup to interviews and talking to people and having conversations. And in that, today we have Tara and Meysura from Sirius Syndicate, and I will let them introduce themselves.
Yes, hello. It's nice to meet you. I'm Talemont. I'm the CEO from the German corp Sirius Syndicate. We are part of the Alliance Shadow Ultimatum and part of the Imperium. And we are a complete German-speaking corp, so it's a bit difficult to understand, or it's difficult to understand us. But we will do our very best. And I'm not alone here. I have my daughter here.
Hi, I'm Meysura. I go by May most of the times, and yeah, I'm Tar's daughter, and I'm just here for support.
And we are almost 10-year-old corp, and Meysura was, well, I think, just from the beginning within the corp, yes.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I love seeing families play a game together and play Eve together. We actually have 2 Eve players are in my household as well. We're trying to get the teenagers involved, but we'll see how they pick up on it. But let's
sometimes as my daughter still lives here. Now she is lots of kilometers away.
I moved away for university. But
yes.
back then, it was like me sitting upstairs, him sitting downstairs, and then talking over comms.
Yes. We are talking about Discord. Just one Stockwerk höher. Wie heißt das?
Story.
Ah,
or
okay.
level.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that makes
one
sense.
level up.
See, in my house we have about 10 feet. That is oh god, meters.
2,50 Meter.
Yeah, so we have about a door in between us. But so literally, I can go and open the door, and occasionally you will hear Kermit the Frog.
It's easier to talk about a headset, no?
Oh yeah,
All fine.
we don't have to be in the same comms. We can be in different comms, and all of a sudden somebody will hear Kermit the Frog or Bert and Ernie or all sorts of funny voices that occasionally come out of the house. Occasionally, it gets very chaotic and funny when we start bouncing off of each other's ADHD, and that's probably the best thing. But let's turn to Sirius Syndicate, and I gotta say, I love the name. How did you guys come up with that? Where did it kind of originate?
It's a bit difficult. I am not the founder. I am part of the first member of Sirius Syndicate, but how this name comes will be a secret of our founder, who is gone away of it all. He left Eve completely long times ago. And as I said before, we are 10 years old and
a lot of time.
And no one from the old players from the times are still in Eve.
And so to this day, we don't know where the name originated from. We just went with it and picked it up. And we like it.
It's a bit secret, but the name is fine.
Maybe someday we will make up a story for it. Something epic. Maybe.
But sometimes we just had a logo. Then we had T-shirts, yes, and so it comes bigger, and the name is there, and Sirius Syndicate. Yeah,
just happened.
It happened, and it will stay. So
I absolutely love it.
I am active since the foundation then 10 years without pause. I played the whole time. I saw lots of members come and go and come back. Many
Yeah.
of them after years came back and say, "Hey, nice to meet you again. Can we be member again?" I said, "Yes, of course." And we are on a very different place than times before, but uh, it's nice to meet them again. And we have a yearly barbecue in a garden. And
Yes.
so
Always new
this year,
faces.
Let me see if
yes,
I
so
can
this year,
pull this up. You
Yeah.
were fantastic and sent me pictures of this barbecue from many years, and it is. I love seeing that. While you don't know where it came from, the original founder, One Eve, I believe is the term, uh, that is used. He left and he has not returned, so ergo he's won. Um,
mm,
but you guys still have this awesome group that you guys have barbecues with, and
Yeah.
yeah,
like
and our foundation was there. And
Yeah. Met up with
then,
5 people.
yeah, yeah, we found it in this garden with 5 people. And one of the first barbecues, there was a member who was lots of years away, and he will come in one
The
month
mothers
again
away.
to the barbecue, and he is back again.
Oh,
That's nice. That's really nice.
who is it?
Syrina.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
yes, the man from Heidelberg.
Mhm. I remember.
that is absolutely awesome. I love hearing and seeing such a close knit corp, and I'm honestly, I like the barbecue idea. I like this.
And we started as a small group of 5 people, and
Yeah. I
we,
think you met like in another high sec corp. Like
yes,
before Sirius was, we were part of a high sec corp, and then like you found each other and had the idea of moving into wormhole space together, and that was kind of what brought you together, and that's where the idea of Sirius started, I think.
yes, we started in a C1 wormhole, and we were only Care Bears. We are a bit in industry and mining and ratting, and we started in this wormhole, and
I think
then
Toy's internet.
Oh,
bitte?
there we
I
go.
think your internet made a hiccup.
It's a froze for a second.
We
You're good now. We can see
All
it
right.
now.
this yes,
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
this. Okay, I'll find. As I said, I met other people on an event here in Germany, and I met them from other corporations, and they said, "Hey, we are in Nulsec, we are in Omist. Don't you l- want to like and look what's there and come to us? We invite to look." And so we were on both spaces with our small corp of 5 or 6 people. We were in the wormhole with 1, 2, or 3 peoples, and the other peoples were in Omist.
I
And
think you
there
had your
goes mining and
production.
ratting.
I think you had your
Yeah.
production in the wormhole also,
Yes, I had
which
my
was nice
production.
because we had the high sec exit. So
Right,
you
right.
had
I
like
had
a trade spot every day or every few
in
days.
the C1 wormhole. You have a medium high sec static high. And we had there an Atspel and a Tatara, and we had there 3
Athanos?
Athanos, right? And that was nice to produce because in a wormhole you have the full bony from the structures,
Hmm.
and you can make reactions there, what you can't do in HiSec. And so I can really nice produce there lots of stuff, and uh, have always my HiSec way.
And I think
Um,
you got like the materials from the Nullsec, from people mining there and renting there, imported them, did production, and exported that to HiSec, which was nice.
Kind of. It
was
sounds like
really
You,
nice there.
through the same wormhole. Like that's smart. I
yeah,
love it.
yeah, it's nice. And I think
Yeah.
like that was the time when we also split the money we made. So there was a big pot, everything was thrown in there, and at the end of the month, everybody got equal parts. And we
Nice.
also had shared access to all the hangars, so everybody could get everything.
We had a very
Which
nice, funny German name for this. We called it Sozialistische Zugewinngemeinschaft.
something socialism something.
I, I,
And
I caught
which is
socialism and mining. Other than that, what I thought was mining. I could be wrong, but I love it. It's so nice.
and which is nice, but in retrospect is kind of naive because of course it did come back to bite us in the ass. And some night, I think you came back from, I think you were out that night, and you came back middle of the night, logged in, out and saw one of our members cleaning out all of our hangars and putting it into a transport and stealing.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
And so that happened.
Yeah, that's
And,
part of learning, and that's Eve.
and after
Robbery
that,
and thievery, and that's Eve.
and
We
after
had,
that, the access was restricted way more.
yes, but this is the way we learned that this is part of Eve.
That not
This
everybody can be trusted.
paranoia. No, you can't trust anyone.
You shouldn't. We were really naive back then and like
Yes.
new to this. And I think this was back in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. So long time ago,
Yep.
or 16. But yeah,
Yes, that was really, really the early times, and then after this, we had another nice time in the wormhole, but sometimes there were very much enemies there.
yeah.
Um, this was
Volta.
Volta.
right,
Yep.
Volta. Volta found us, and we are content for them, and
We were
they
just little Care Bears doing our daily lives and they
oh,
smoked us out.
great, great. They camped 1 week, 24 hours, and rolled always the wormhole. We had no chance to get support in. They rolled instant every new wormhole, and
Got
they
down the
teared all
Afanost.
down. They
Yeah.
teared all down. They burned down. We had 13 pages in Zkill, only the stuff they shooted in the space. Why they can't transport my whole hulls from the ships
All the
I
production
produced
stuff
there.
just dropped and
Yes,
it's a
yes.
Oh
lot.
In wormhole everything drops if you kill the structure, and there are tons of frigates and tons of industrial ships T1, and they can't move this, so they shot one after the other, and so we had 13 pages in Zkill. It was great. It was really great.
And mind you, we didn't have any ties to PvP back then. We like I think we never even tried PvP, so it was just us being heartbroken over being shot. And we didn't really know what's going on there. It was just the big bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
And that
that was
was
our final time in the wormhole. We left this wormhole as
we had
we.
a lucky connection, I think, to like Omist, where we some of our members were, and then we had a lucky
Mhm,
connection and we were
mhm.
able to move what we still had out there, move our clones, and moved to Omist on full time.
Yes, and to this times, Omist was test, and it was
Nice, yeah.
rented to Kids with Guns Alliance. This was a Russian alliance, uh,
The
and
logo was a
they
little pacifier, which was kind of degrading, but
Oh gosh.
uh,
happens.
we had no really contact to this alliance. We were uh, still there, living in the structure from another corporation. It was a Shanur corporation.
The
And
ones you met at the German event that invited
yeah,
us initially.
yes,
Okay, that
yes,
makes sense.
right. And yes, and the CEO of Shanur Corporation was guest at our barbecue, and so one
Will be
comes to
again
the
this
other.
year.
Ooh,
Yes, he will come this year again. Yes, right. He
Doesn't
don't
play anymore.
play. No, no.
I
Yes,
think, yeah,
I think
many of the people there don't play anymore.
most people that visit our barbecue is still playing Eve.
I don't think so,
It's
but
yes, it's nice.
yeah, it's nice to see them again.
yeah.
Yes, but so we
Just
landed there in Sof, uh, in Nulzak.
We had our own like little pocket, so not on the main road, but off to the side, which was nice because there wasn't that much traffic, and we could just continue on our small Care Bear life, but in Nulsek now.
Yes, and we had nothing to do for the Alliance.
There were no
KBG
like
presents.
requirements,
They
no
they
duties.
they
They
don't
didn't care.
show up. Yes,
yeah.
but it don't takes very long, and then test says,
They
Kids with Guns Alliance, hey, you have to go, or
evicted
Mist will go to Army of Mango.
Mhm.
There comes
Chinese,
a
I think,
Chinese corp,
alliance.
a Chinese alliance,
Yeah,
right? And you have to go. We want this space for this
Mongo,
Chinese alliance, Mango, right?
Mm.
And now
which was
we,
also very relaxed for us because with not just the language barrier that was also there with the Russians, but also like the time split, we had
yeah,
Oh
even less
yeah.
duties and we had clean space.
because
So when
we,
when they had
we
their
can
main
stay.
time,
We can stay.
yeah,
Kids with
right, we
Guns
could stay.
left, but we
They
could
skipped
stay
that point.
there where we are. And we just changed alliance, and we were then
Yes.
part of Army of Mango.
And so their main time and our main time was really far apart. So we had a clean space, they had a clean space of us, so we didn't have to share, which was really nice for Profit.
And we can't fly with them fleets because of the
Language.
speech
The
barrier.
language.
Yes, that the
Yeah.
language was
Yeah.
Chinese.
Difficult.
Some of them really speaks good English, but mostly not.
I think they
And
did their fleets in Chinese, if I'm
and
remembering
then,
correctly. So there was no option for us to participate.
Yeah.
but this was nice for us. So we had a nice living there. It was really stressless, and we could crap and rat and mine and do what we want. I always said we are not member of the mangoes. We are their pet, and so it feels.
It worked out for us though, so it's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine. But
I think we had, yeah,
sometimes there comes the day when Army of Mango says we have
but
to relocate.
we had years with them. I think 2 or 3 years
Yes,
we were able
yes,
to
Oh
live there. So
wow.
not just months, but really long time of just chilling and doing our stuff.
That's
yes,
nice.
yes,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Yeah. So a few years in our mist, and yeah, something happens again.
Yeah, something happens
Always.
again in Eve. Nothing stays forever. If you
And
can live 1 year on the same place, it's long.
most
And
Yeah.
times, if something happens, like we had some changes, most times when it happened, it was around New Year's.
yes,
Always.
always,
We
always.
always have a
I
trip like
hate it.
in the week after New Year's, we do a trip to a few friends. And always that time, I remember him a few times having set up his like laptop with a broad screen, a second one,
Yeah.
to organize the moving, the political stuff, everything,
Oh.
because it always happens then. And so it's kind of burnt into my brain. It's that time where we have to organize things.
It was
Yeah.
always the same, yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
And
good thing though. New year, new start. You getting everything
You can,
organized, kind of maybe.
yeah, well,
great, great.
Really
And
bad that it
especially when you
happens
have like
during a
the
trip.
slow laptop.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's bad that it happens during a time when you're away from your main computer, but like you can deal with
Yes.
it still while
Oh,
having
Pain.
a second screen on a laptop. Like,
big,
if
big
it
pain.
works,
Yeah.
Big, yes,
It
but
worked.
big pain without the home piece
Yeah.
computer. Big pain. And this was the time when Army of Mango says we have to relocate. We leave Omist. You, Sirius, can come with us, or you stay in Omist and don't know what will happen in Omist. Don't know who will come. Don't know if someone will burn you down. We will go to Esoteria because Test goes to war, and
They had to
lived
defend Esoteria for them.
Test lived in
yeah.
Esoteria, and they went to war, and they said, Mango, come to Esoteria, protect our space. And so Mango said, yes, all right, we go to Esoteria. And it was a horror for me. I am industrial people. I have tons of stuff in my hangars. It's really, really, oh,
But still,
this
you did
year
it. You did the move.
I did the move, yes, and I did the move a few weeks ago again. Meanwhile, I have, ich glaub,
I th-
16 millions cubic meters of stuff to move. It's
Oh,
horror.
that's a
Uh,
lot.
yeah.
then,
But we did the
uh,
move because we wanted the chill life with AOM still.
yes,
So
yes,
we
I
moved with them.
liked, I liked Mango. I liked the life with Mango.
Comfort.
It was nice with them. And so we said they organized it very well. They had Titan bridges, they had jump bridges installed to uh, freighter, th- bring it from Omist to Esoteria. Was well organized, was very good.
So
And so
was okay.
we landed in Esoteria for the first time. Yes.
Bit of foreshadowing.
And
Yeah.
Mango, perhaps 1 year,
Not
I
even, I
think.
think. Not even.
Not even?
Maybe 1 year. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
think
didn't
one
play
year
during the time, so I don't really know.
from January to January, huh?
Of course.
Yeah.
And
And then yeah.
then
I
was
think Test suffered a lot during their war and they never came back. That was the
right,
problem. Test
Yeah.
right,
kind of lost and they didn't come back.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
yeah, so Mango kind of weakened and yeah.
Has fucked off completely. They
Yep.
disappeared from the space.
Yeah.
They were burned off, and Mango has a great problem to this year's. The lead was away. There was
Oh.
no really their Ali lead, their CEO Ali CEO was not playing really, and so it was a bit disoriented and a bit confusing, and they had big
Arch enemies.
arch
Yeah.
enemies, right? Fraternity and Army of Mango, both Chinese allies, were full arch enemies,
Oh yeah.
and as yes, and as Fraternity sees that Mango was not longer really not schwach.
Not long for this world.
Weak.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
weakened. Yeah. And they
yes,
saw that and they took the
they
opportunity.
imploded. They imploded.
Oh.
Army of Mango imploded completely, and Fraternity uh, cl- burned the space. They burned Esoteria down. They told every corporation from Mango who lives there, you can
Can burn with
switch
them.
alley. You can switch alley and come to us, or come to another. Leave Mango and you can live, or stay with Mango and we will burn you down.
Yeah.
And they burned all completely down. And I asked, who will come to Esoteria? Fraternity says, we have no interest in the space. We
They
make
just wanted to
only
burn Mango. That's
right.
the only thing.
That was the
Yeah.
goal. We want to burn Mango down. And after they done it, I asked them who will come, and they said there will a red alliance
Red Menace
will
Coalition
right.
under the
Oh,
lead of Red,
Yes,
Red
yeah.
Alliance. They move in.
they right, and as part of this Red Menace coalition, there will come a German-speaking alliance, RHP.
Yeah.
Uh, and I
Respect
said,
and respect, honor, and
respect,
passion, I
honor,
think.
passion. I don't know really.
Oh,
And I said, hey, a German alliance, that could be
that's a first.
interesting.
Yeah.
That would be the first in our language.
Yeah.
Could be interesting. Let's stay. And I asked, okay, we leave Mango. We would look what will come, and we want to join this new alliance and coalition. And so we stayed
And
in Azoteria.
with that switch, we got to keep our space and our Sotio, which I think was it fully rigged.
It was, I think it was fully rigged.
So we had a fully
Really.
rigged Sotio, which we got to
Yes.
keep with that, which
Yes.
was a really
Yes.
smart decision.
Yeah.
And a fully rigged circuit is really expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially T2 rigged. Ooh, those are not cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, a T1 rig is enough. Meanwhile, 1 to 1 rig for a Sotio is about 70 billion
T1.
T1.
Oh, that's expensive.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
70B. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
es
smart decision to
ist
keep it.
It's a
Smart
really,
lot.
decision.
yes.
Yeah.
Smart to keep it. Right. Was very nice. And
Yeah.
then, so we joined the first time a German ally, and it was nice.
And we
Um,
had a big coalition that came with it. Was not
yeah,
just the alliance, but we had a big
no.
coalition
Mhm.
that
It
came,
was
and yeah,
an independent coalition,
that
not
too.
one from the great blocks, sondern an independent coalition with strong allies. We had a Red Menace
Red
and
Alliance.
Red Alliance, and Bad Dodger was FC there. And so I started to fly ally fleets with.
The
I
first
never done
time,
before.
the
The
really
first
first time.
time. I never done
And
before for years.
I wasn't playing at that time, like when the switch happened from Mango to RMC. And some evening I sat with him and was kind of reading something, and he was doing a fleet, and I was interested, looking some more, and decided, okay, I think I'm going to start playing again because that looks interesting.
Yeah.
And so Sirius started their venture into PvP with that. Not
Yes,
just
and the
Care Bears
fleets.
anymore, but Care Bears with a gun.
And the fleets with Bad Dodger were great. I
It's
love
fun.
it. I love it. When he came to his Russian people and oh,
So so many Russian curse words. And I think one of the things he said often was the sentence "Don't be retarded," and
yes,
it stuck
that
with
was
us.
Yeah.
his sentence.
When
Don't
somebody
be
fail jumped,
retarded.
if somebody shot something he didn't, what he wasn't supposed to do, don't be retarded.
Took the wrong
Yeah.
And
gate
Don't be stupid,
or
basically. Yeah. Yeah. It's
don't
yeah,
a
be retarded.
it's
Yes.
it's
and
a don't be
that was his thing.
not dumb. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Uh,
and that was Bad Dodger, the Russian
Yes.
that got us into
yeah.
PvP.
It makes sense
Was
for a
nice.
Russian to be the language that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's very much Russian. I would not know,
Yeah,
but yeah, I understand.
but
Usually,
the whole
my saying is always be cloaked, dumbass. Oh,
oh yeah,
I use dumbass
yeah,
instead of that
yeah,
particular word, but yes,
yeah.
it gets the point across just the same. But I understand.
And I think it was also nice to have actual contact with all of the people in the Alliance and Coalition because we also got into speaking English more. Because before that, we were secluded from those. We spoke German with the ones we had contact with, but that's it.
Yeah.
And so, with the time with RMC, we also started having contact and speaking English, and yeah, that started also started something and made it easier for us to participate.
Uh, the breakpoint was when Red Alliance left
Yeah,
Red Menace
because
coalition.
Red Menace Coalition was independent. We had a lot of pressure on us,
Yes,
and
uh,
we're targeted
we
by a
were
lot of different groups.
we were preferred content for many other allies and corps. And if someone wants to go PvP, let's go to Esoteria. There's Red Menace. We always shoot them. We
Yeah.
go there, and it was really really difficult. The defense always held, and Red Menace leave, and the coalition always was a come and go from different allies and corps, and in
But
the
it
end,
kind of depended on Red Alliance. It was what kept it together, and so the Red Menace Coalition kind of crumbled when they left.
yes, yes, this was
And
uh,
for, I think, a few weeks, maybe a few months, we had something new, like From the Ashes, the Cockroach Coalition.
Oh.
I don't know who was the leader, but I don't remember the name, but we had Cockroach Coalition because we were like, with the motto, we will never go away, we will not get rid of us. Worked out
yes,
not so good because it only
no,
lasted a few weeks or months.
Oh.
But
the
there was one of the first fights we did. I think it was in a weird, really weird time because they wanted to disadvantage the enemy, so they chose a really shit time for them, which was also a really shit time for us. And that was when we woke up at 4 a.m. to do a PvP fleet.
Oh
yes,
gosh.
And
we had to toast our soft hmm
and like
Gosh.
having to be really quiet around the house, like typing really careful on the keyboard because we have thin walls and my mother has good hearing.
Oh
And
gosh.
so I didn't want to wake her.
Yes,
We managed to do it properly, but it was adventurous. And
right.
during that fleet, I think one of my favorite kills came to light. I don't know if I find the link. I think I posted it somewhere here. Did I?
I don't
I
know. I
didn't.
haven't seen it.
Unlucky.
I would like to see it though.
Yeah, give me a second. I think
If
I
you find
can
it.
sort
If
it
you
out
find it.
while. I hope I do. Because it's nice, because we had a fight and we weren't losing, but we still lost a few ships. And we had something big tackled, and we killed it with like the starter frigates. I think there are about
Yes.
20 or 30 starter frigates on the kill,
I love this.
which
Oh, it was
is,
great.
yeah, I have it. I have it.
See,
Wait a second.
I am a fan. I like the
Should be this one.
okay, let's see if I can pull it open here real quick.
So that was one of the first like cockroach fleets, and we really were like cockroaches in that one fleet. So
Yeah.
if you scroll down like to the people on the kill mail, you will see like Ibis and Velator, all of those.
I see a harp like
And that was
yeah, I gotta
yeah.
keep going. Malediction, Vigil. Oh, and Impair. Yep, I see him now. Okay.
Yeah.
Ibis,
Yeah.
Ibis,
All of
Velator,
them.
Ibis.
And that's like the kill
That
I
was
show
great.
people when I want to like talk about something funny. And
Yes.
yeah, but that's like one of the only things that Cockroach Coalition has to show and to remember about. So
Yes, but it
I'm gonna.
came then to an end, and
we
we
had a few
can't.
allies that we had a bond to Triumvirate and CBA, so they fought with us sometimes. But we still wanted to stay independent. Like Cockroach Coalition wanted to stay independent, so we didn't really rely on the goons. We tried sometimes, but we wanted to not do it so often. And so it didn't really
Our
go well.
leader, our ally leader or
Of
coalition
RHP.
leader has
Oh, oh no,
very
not RHP.
strong enemies
Yeah, one of the leaders of the coalition.
of cockroach coalition. He has very strong enemies, and I don't know what happened
Personal
in his
thing, I guess.
history, but they paid lots of money to people,
Fake
PvP
this down.
people, to break
Yeah.
him down.
And
And
everything that was around him.
this was bad. And so we had so much pressure that we
Went to
can't
shit.
resist. Yes, we can't resist. And so then to this time when we are only defending many people or PvP people from Sirius had not more any fun in our corp and left. And as we looked to go, we
So,
don't know where to go, but they left to Init as
like the
they
other
said.
Germans, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
several Germans went to Init as they said, hey,
And during that
Init is
time, we
nice.
got like several mails of people like scavenging the corporations left over from Cockroach Coalition. So I think you got a lot of mails during that time saying, "Hey, do you want to join us?
Oh
Do you have
gosh.
time to
Yes,
talk about our Lord and Savior?" Something like
Do
that.
you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Asher, Aslan Elias? Sorry, that's the meme.
Yeah,
But I had to.
uh,
yeah. And
yeah, it was difficult for me to look,
also January, I think.
yes, to go to where.
Oh gosh.
Um, I have really much stuff to move, and most people in my corporation to this time were not active player, and they had capitals lots and more in our structures, but they
Ooh.
don't really play. We had lots of passive people in our corp, and with such a corp, no ally will say, "Hey, that's fine. Of course, come to us."
No
And
PvP lines, at least. No, like, yeah,
no, no. I said, "Hey, we are, I think, Grabber, mostly
vegan
industry corp."
production.
And so other alliance said, hmm, our member have to do everything. They have to fly in fleets. They have to do PvP. They can go crabbing, mining, ratting if we don't have fleets, but mostly they have to do everything. I don't want in my alliance a corporation who says
We only
our
do one.
members are not online, they don't do fleets. That's not fine for us.
And so we
And
couldn't join.
so we couldn't stay there in Esoteria or nearby. And then someone came from Init
One of
and
our old
said,
friends.
yes, one of our old friends, and said, hey, one of our new friends in Init says, your corp, I know a place where to go. In the Imperium, there is a new alliance forming, and they are really chilled. They have real life first, and they
Low
they do it
requirements.
really. Yes, and the alliance is still forming, and perhaps this place would be a nice place to go for you. And look what will be.
And yeah,
And
that
so
was,
I contacted Shadow Ultimatum,
yeah,
and my first contact, I think it was Meolicious. He was FC there, um, and he said, "We are living in Cloudring." Cloudring was very long distance
yeah.
away from Esoteria, and
Yeah.
we have several stuff to move.
All your production,
Oh no.
Yes,
but
I
we did it.
don't move really much, but yes, we did it. We moved with the complete corp to Cloudring.
I think that was January of 2023, so 2 years ago.
So
Yes,
this is
yes.
Yeah.
post World War B then, or World War B2. This is kind of after that 2020 to 2022 then. Um,
Yeah.
okay, sorry, I'm keeping my timeline straight. My brain, forgive me.
It's fine. I don't
Yeah,
really have an overview over the big wars in Eve. I just Yeah.
I have to say, I don't know very much about politics to then in Eve. I don't know the
Shame.
history of goons. I always heard, goons, we don't want to be part of goons. Goons are the
Yeah.
bad. Goons
We had
are,
some friends who like were really passive aggressive,
uh,
like
Oh,
against
yes.
them. So yeah, like a few years back, and so we were kind of hesitant.
okay.
And
But
as we said, we don't go directly to the goons. We go to Shadow. This is Imperium. Okay, this is fine. As they go to Init, and Init was part of Imperium too. So we are not different
yeah,
to Init, no? And I heard that goons had äh, einen schlechten Ruf, wie sagt man da?
like they had bad reputation.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But
But
I didn't know that. That was before my time,
Yeah.
yeah, and so we wanted to get a picture for ourselves of that.
and we wanted to make our way in a new alliance, and it was nice in Shadow.
It was really
Uh,
nice.
it's yes, near to these times as we contacted there,
Mhm.
it was interesting to see how it grows and works and
And I think
uh,
Sirius also grew over the time. After like the cockroach disaster, we had really low members. And
mm,
over the last 2 years in Shadow, we really grew in size and in also activity.
yes, I kicked all the passive members
Yeah,
as
that was
we
like
Yeah.
as
clean
we
slate, start
yes,
again.
Oh,
it was
yes.
important as in Shadow it says every member has to bring 4 pubs a month.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I looked who is not flying, and bye bye. You
Yeah.
can come
With a
back if
warning.
you. Yes, with
Like,
warning.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like you
I
can
say
come
you
back.
can come back if you will
Yeah.
be active again.
Yeah.
But as long as you are not playing, you have to pause, and then you can this do in an NPC corporation.
Yeah. And honestly,
And
4 paps a month is like a
that's
weekend.
rather easy. Yeah.
Like
it's not
if that.
really difficult.
It's not
Yeah. So,
terribly hard, and
no,
that's totally
that's was that's the
fair.
perfect space for us, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because
and
it's easy enough to do, but it's still fun, and you get the opportunities to do PvP
Mhm.
fleets, not just with Shadow, but
but
we also have access to the Goon fleets if we wanted to, which is
Mhm.
really nice.
but the greatest story, we just stayed there
You,
in
you moved all your
Cloud
stuff to
Ring.
Cloud Ring.
All my
All
stuff
this.
from Esoteria to Cloud Ring. Then the lead says, "Hi, we are moving to Esoteria."
2 months. It took them 2 months. And they went to Esoteria.
Oh
So
gosh.
all returned to Esoteria.
Yes, and
You
the best
rejoined
was,
them.
um, I still
Yeah.
had in Esoteria my own Sotio.
The
Mhm.
one that
Was
we like back all those few
this
years that was
this one
spared
this
when
one
Mango went
I
down.
I
This one.
fueled it. I fueled
Gosh.
it with fuel blocks for 1 year. I transferred it to Reload It, who was soft owner for this time. We were not there, and he said, "It's okay. We don't use it, but we will protect it, and perhaps you find someone who will buy it." He didn't find anyone who wants to buy it, and as Reloaded has not more enough power to stay alone in Esoteria, Goon said, Shadow Ultimatum, you and Fanatic Legion, you can come and move to Esoteria. And so I
Mhm.
came back to Esoteria. I get my Sotio back from Reloaded.
Mhm.
And
I
also,
switched it. I switched it to a Sotio in DP
better, yeah,
E1
better
E1
ballers.
E1
Ah,
UU.
E1.
Yes, E1 UU.
Yeah, because,
But
yeah.
we came back really to Esoteria with Shadow Ultimatum, and jetzt now a few weeks ago we moved a little bit more to
Like
Fatabolis, just
just in
neighborhood.
around the neighborhood, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay, it's neighborhood.
And we can
Uh,
like we can still go to Esoteria to use
mhm.
the relic sites, which is a big plus for me. I really like
It's
doing
all
relic
Imperium
sites.
space. Yes,
They
Yeah.
have
it's all Imperium space.
the Sancha drops, which is lots of money. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
nice. And
Yeah.
so Shadow and like Esoteria, Fata Boldus is where we've been for the last years.
Mhm.
That's where we are, and where I think we are really happy there.
Yes, I think our way to Imperium was a good way. I had the offer to go to the North Coalition, but I think we spent most of our times in the South, in Omist, in Esoteria. It's familiar. I like it, and I like the stressless living in
I think that became
Imperium.
clear over our history that we really like
Yes, I
stress-free,
like
relaxed,
then
easygoing.
Oh, and the
we have
skybox over there is
one.
gorgeous. So you're overhearing all the
Yeah.
pretty views and everything. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think our way was really good, and it's nice to live there. It's
Yeah.
fun, and I think we will stay as long as it takes. Huh?
Yeah.
I
But it's a
absolutely love
really
it.
good place to be, I think. Yeah. And
Awesome.
so, yeah,
So,
it's a really good choice for us to be there. Yeah.
so we've got through history. We've gotten through the
Yes.
hey, we don't know how the name got here. We've got through kind of why this was a really good fit. The Imperium was a good fit for you guys.
Mm.
I think so.
And
Yes.
so let's kind of turn to the now, the current, the what's going on now, and can you tell me some of the awesome stuff that Sirius Syndicate does for its members? And I have to ask, and I ask this every time: are you guys recruiting?
Machst du?
That's yeah. So like for the awesome stuff, I mean, we don't actively do big events. We do the annual barbecue. That's something we do like as real life things. Otherwise, we do go mining together. We have a Discord where we can also voice chat, which is, I think, most times in the evening you will find somebody there to talk. We don't do big events because we are still a rather small corporation. But yeah, that's kind of us. And
We are
I have to
recruiting, but
say, yeah,
only German speaking.
yeah, that's the thing. Like over the years, I noticed the like mindset of the corporation shifting a bit because like Tar's mindset shifted, and it has always been the thing that he was searching for like-minded people. He always was searching for people with a playstyle like him because that just really worked well. So
Yeah.
when he was full Care Bear, he was searching for Care Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think the like approximate age of the corporation is around his age, and it's mostly men. I think we have 2 women at the moment.
Hmm.
But he always was searching for people like-minded, and that when he got into PvP a bit, he also searched for people who also wanted to get into PvP a bit. So it
Yeah.
changed over time, and I think that's still like this. So searching for
And
people who like the
uh,
style
I,
we're playing in and
yes,
like the
Mm-hmm.
relaxed life, but the access to PvP, and yeah, that's
Yeah.
us, kind
and I
of.
would say yes. There must be the right spirit to stay with us, to have fun with us. And I say we are a corporation of old white men. We have medals in our corp. We have the Silver Surfer
Mm-hmm.
for over 60-year-old people, and we have the Golden Gamer for over 70-year-old people.
How
And
many
we
people do we
gave it
have over?
two, two
Oh,
Golden Gamer. One is not active at the moment, but one is every day active, and he is the only one who don't have the he don't have to do fleets because he has problems with his ears.
Yeah.
And yes,
Yeah.
and so
Can
I
I get a
said,
medal?
okay, you are
Can I
free. You are free.
can I get a medal for being under 30?
I'm
No,
with
it's
her
fine.
on this one.
Yeah, but
But
like
you have,
that's
but
that's
then you
awesome.
have to stay under 30. You know?
That can we will adjust in a few years.
Difficult,
No,
difficult.
Yeah.
what you could do
Yes,
is youngest member medal.
Yeah,
If you are the
that would
youngest,
work,
then,
I guess.
then
yes.
that way you don't
At the
have to
moment.
adjust it, and you can make it work.
True. Yeah.
This should be. Yeah, at the moment you are really the youngest member. I'm
And I
very
don't
sure.
I
Yes.
don't see that changing sometime in the future because as we said, you attract like-minded people. So
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah.
For sure. I
Yeah.
love it. So let's. So we've talked about the moves, the different places, and I would consider this a big accomplishment. Keeping that Sotio for as long, like that's kind of insane, and I absolutely love it. But are there any big accomplishments that Sirius Syndicate has that you can talk about in a public fashion?
Do we?
I would say your barbecues
Don't know.
are. I mean,
Yeah,
getting
but
a group
they
of
are
people like that.
those
Yeah,
are
yeah.
the barbecues and just existing for 10 years in Eve, I think, is something like under mostly the same leadership. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's it. 10 years of Sirius. I think this year, summer of this
Yes,
year marked
yes.
10 years.
I made
Next to the
pots.
t-shirts, we made mugs for this
Yes.
event. But yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's our accomplishments.
I absolutely love it, and keeping the Sotio, being in here for 10 years with similar same leadership, being as flexible to stay around and survive for that 10 years is definitely a feat. And I will once you know a date on that, let me know. I'll see if I can do something fun. Maybe we go and we take out Tackle Ventures as a meeting. But
Yeah.
no, I absolutely love it, and seeing the history behind, hey, we started here, we're still really in a relaxed state, and I absolutely love it. If you think like,
And if a
yeah,
German-speaking player wants to come, he is always welcome. And yes, it's fine. We are here. We are since 10 years here, and I'm sure if CCP stays the next 10 years, we will be here in 10 years.
well,
Yeah.
for that recommendation, I expect to see a mug in 10 years. I
Yes.
hope you.
Right.
Yeah, I will put this out there. I expect to see another mug with 2035
Of
on
course.
it. I am
Yes.
fully here
A
for
mug
this, and that's
or another item of merchandise, but something with 20 years of Serious Syndicate. Something like that.
something.
Yes, of course.
It could be a wine glass. It could be a beer stein. It could be a. I personally would vote for the beer stein, but
Yeah.
But yeah, you can take whatever you pick, and I fully expect to see it, and I am excited for your next 10 years as Sirius Syndicate.
Yeah.
Let's see where it
Nice.
takes us.
For sure. And so, are there any kind of final thoughts that we may have missed, may have not touched on during this entire conversation that we had before we go ahead and let the people go about their day?
I think I'm.
One thing that we wanted to say, I think, but we didn't really. I think we mentioned it, but we didn't really clarify. Like when, we knew a few years back, we knew those people who had like a bad opinion on Goonswarm and told us this openly. And so when we moved in, we saw that those opinions were not true anymore. So we got to see a new picture of this. And I think that turned out really nice because we were a bit like uncertain how it might turn out, and it went really well. And that's one thing I think I wanted to clarify, because we did mention the bad opinions beforehand, but we didn't really say how it went afterwards. Yeah,
And
one thing I forgot.
I love hearing that, because we've had groups that have been through fraternity. We've had groups that have been in Panhard to come on here and talk and go, hey, look, this is what we heard about goons, and none of it's true. And the people are so kind, and it's really, the people are kind, and the people are here to help, and there is so much help in this organization as a coalition under the Imperium. And I love to see the, I love seeing we heard this is what happened, and we came anyway, and we're having fun, we're having a good time.
Yes, we are.
And it's unfound, and I love seeing the fact that, hey, the Imperium is not the big bad in the game.
It's just like there will always be somebody who's the enemy of somebody else. There will always be somebody who has a bad opinion of you, because they're just on a different side. You can't change that. And sometimes you gotta see for yourself if those opinions are true or not.
Yeah, for sure. And I completely agree, and that's always why talking to people and letting people have a conversation, which doesn't seem to happen so much in Eve. It's more you're spurging in local, and you're telling people, and you're posting the memes in local, but having an actual sit down conversation with people is not as common, and it's very nice to kind of just have that and go, oh, okay,
Nice opportunity.
Exactly.
And what these barbecues are good for is it's another gameplay if you know who is in your chat. You don't have to talk much. You know how he ticks. You know what is he thinking.
How he means something.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
If you sit with one at the fire and drinks a beer, it's different afterwards, and that's really nice.
And that's a really great way for what's the English word? Bonding, having a group bonding time.
Yes.
And I really see that. You see it in FanFest with the goons. You see it in the goon meetups in England, in London and Amsterdam. You see it in Vegas. You see it everywhere, and it's so nice to see the camaraderie. I think that's the better word to use here. No matter, working around languages, and we can sit and have a beer, and then you get to, you get
it works.
to know everybody,
it just
and it
works out some way.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I want to thank you both for talking to me and being willing to come on here and have this conversation with me. Now, I know we don't have beer, but
No.
I don't. You might. But,
Fruit smoothie, no beer.
That's better, I think. In my
works.
way. But I really appreciate
Thank you for having us.
Willing to have a dialogue.
Was nice. Was nice.
It was really nice. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for letting us tell our story.
Absolutely, and
we see us in game.
Oh yeah, anytime that I see you, I will make sure to wave, because I love
wave.
Make, the wave, and or the / whatever the wave may be. But I always I always like to make sure, if I see people that I know, it's hey, hi friend. And making sure people are doing okay, and checking on people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a good thing to do as a good neighbor. So with that, I will let you go. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I'm going to throw us to an end screen real quick. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Right. With that, we're gonna go ahead and hit an end screen. I will be back in about 2 minutes, and we're gonna do just solo with me. I'm gonna let May and Tar let them go, and I will be back in a minute. All right, guys. With that, you're gonna see me close the stream down, and we will reopen it here in a moment.